YouTube. Look at the feeders on this guy. So the lights are supposed to be off. We don't ever want to film a reef take video with the lights off, and actually the gyre's just turned on. Actually they just, they switched to a constant mode, and this is what I call getting everything suspended in the tank and getting it down the overflow. Do love having the ability to adjust the gyre pump the way that you can adjust it. This hammer, you don't normally get to see it because it's spread out. It's got a ton of heads on it now. Another interesting fact, not long ago I lost a wrasse. And whenever I say I lost him, he's gone. He didn't jump out of the tank. He was never floating around or at the bottom dead in the tank. I have no clue where that guy went to. Look how much. It's some water movement, especially in a 3-foot tank. So the blue tang is now completely missing. The wrasse was, that wrasse was probably half the size of a gyre pump. So I don't know how that fish goes missing. And the blue tang wasn't a thumb-sized fish anymore, but he's gone, and I have no clue where he went. But anyway, couple things. I don't normally do morning videos like this, so I thought it'd be interesting to do one. First things first, if you're not aware, there's a ice and snowstorm brewing. So probably a little late to tell you to go get a battery backup or a generator or anything of that such. So in my case, my utilities are buried in my neighborhood. Of course, that does not mean that I cannot lose power, but it definitely, whenever you start factoring in ice, it reduces the chances, especially once you get inside of my neighborhood. The storm is supposed to, I guess, start sometime later today or later tonight, and it'll be rain, then ice, and then I guess snow. So we will see. You know, may wake up tomorrow to absolutely nothing. So for those in its path, be safe, stay warm, make sure you have blankets and clothes and everything. You know, the last thing we want is for, of course, our fish tanks to suffer, but we don't also want our fellow human beings to suffer as well. But it's also interesting because now that you have a tank, your life does revolve around it. You know, Michael with Aaron's Aquariums calls his the wife, and it's probably the most fitting name just because you are married to this and you have to possess so many skills. Being a meteorologist is one of them now. The second thing I want to talk about, which was really cool, last night Reef Dudes had a live stream, and Terrance with Neptune was on the live stream, and he gave me a shout out, which I'm going to add here.
I'm going to give a shout out. One of our NSI guys, another YouTuber guy, he did a video recently on the Core 20, and we basically replaced all of the pumps that we had out there in the field in our NSI group with brand new ones just a couple of weeks ago. So they have all brand new pumps, and we can examine the ones we get back from them. But he sent this in with his package.
We know him pretty well.
Yeah, we know him pretty good.
So I gotta give this guy props because, you know, I mean, the guy knows how to, you know, basically merchandise himself. I mean, it's like it was in the box with the core pump that he sent back. So he deserves a shout out right there.
There you go, Pelfrey. So, good work.
So,
it's not on right now. Yeah, I know him pretty well. He comes on and off quite a bit. Yeah, that's awesome. That's a good idea, actually. I need stickers.
Yeah, I thought so too. I mean, I think it's one of the best ideas I've seen yet for if you have a sticker, just, you know, chuck it in anything that's going back to a manufacturer. Who knows, you know?
So I thought that was really cool. Quite honestly, I knew that they were going to see the sticker just because of where I put it, and it's not a big box to begin with. It wasn't hidden. I put it right on top of the box, so whenever they opened up the box, it was right there. You couldn't miss it. But quite honestly, I sent that pump back in between Christmas and New Year's, I believe. Maybe right before Christmas. I can't remember, but I actually forgot about sending the pump back. More so, I forgot that the sticker was even in the box itself. So last night I was just minding my own business, working on some supper, and I get a message from Reefing with O saying that Terrance was on, or is on Reef Dude's live stream, and just gave me a shout out. So of course I had to go back and check it, and he held up the sticker, and it was really cool, and I think he gave great advice. I won't necessarily sit here and say that I'm a good salesman, but you know, I do believe that if you know, and it's just like walking into an interview. If you don't have faith in yourself, and if you don't have you know, a positive attitude, and if you really don't feel like you can do the job, then you're not going to. But on the other hand, if you have a positive attitude and you really feel like you can do the job, even though you can't, more times than not, you're going to be able to do the job. I've said this, you know, I'm not an HR, I don't hire people, but I've said this over and over. Number one, if you don't try, the answer is always no. Number two, you cannot, for the most part, train a personality, but you can train a skill. So keep that in mind, folks. I mean, the sticker was just a small tidbit, and I don't know what they'll do with the sticker, but it was really cool to send it to them. It was something that I had on hand anyway, so why not? And just like he said, throw it in the box if you have it, and if you don't have one, get one. They're really easy to make. You know, I've got quite a few stickers, and I use them just for self-advertising. And you know, if I can't advertise myself, then there's a problem there. But anyway, it was just really cool to see the #1 aquarium controller company hold up my sticker. You know, I'm just a small guy from Kentucky, and he had my sticker in the box, and for him to say that it was one of the most clever ideas that he's seen so far really made me feel good, and I was glad that I put that sticker in there. So FYI, just like he said, if you have a piece of malfunctioning equipment, instead of getting wound up about it and mad at the manufacturer whenever they want you to send it back, and you have a YouTube channel, you have a website, you have anything, put it in the box. Be happy that you have to send that piece of equipment back to them, because quite honestly, you paid for the sticker. They're more than likely going to have you a shipping label, so they're going to pay you to ship them, to advertise to them. So that's about all I have for now. I'm actually going to turn the lights off again. Just wanted to ramble on here for a minute and show everyone that clip. It was really cool. It is pretty early. It's still just a little after 7 my time in the morning. I'm going to turn the lights off. Oh, and a side fact. I haven't fully got the full details yet, but there will be some more Rico frags coming in. And in the notes, I figured he would like this. I told him that I wanted some of those push-up frags. I didn't want any Planet Fitness frags. So really looking forward to it. This tank was never really had a plan for it. I mean, of course, you know, wanted coral in it, but it never intended to become an SPS dominated tank. Kind of where it's going. And excuse me, quite honestly, I don't mind that. So with that said, I hope you all have a great day. Keep this in mind, folks, too. We are halfway, pretty much, through the first month of 2018. Have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you on the next one.